Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the Majlis of Hazrat Maulana Qamar Zaman Sahab Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Thursday morning at Baitul Azkar in Wasiabad, Allahabad, Thursday, the 13th of Shawwal 1444, corresponding with the English date 4th of May 2023. Hazrat Wala is reading from a kitab that Ali Medin ke kuch akhlaq wa adab, that the Ali Medin, some type of characteristics, his mannerism, his etiquettes that he has to embellish and adorn himself with, which is absolutely necessary. From amongst those points, the first one that's mentioned there is that of tawazu. Then Hazrat Wala goes on to speak about an incident that took place back in the day when the ulama of Deoban made ruju' and all turned their attention to Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab. Rather, they came. From amongst them was even Allama Bihari, Maulana Mi'rajul Haq and others. And when all of them were seated, now tell me, didn't they know this? But it was this andaz and the style of presenting something that Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab was so unique in. And he went and he's on to say to them that, quoting that example of a tree that's heavily laden with fruits, that the branch of that tree which is heavily laden with fruits is always bending and bowing down so much. Meaning that the person who has sahih ilm, that person will always be bowing down, meaning most definitely he will be blessed with humility. And the shan of an alim is that he is always humble. Inna lil ilmi tughyanun ka tughyanil mal. So, Wahab ibn Munabbah, the riwayat is stating that for knowledge there is also some type of rebelliousness that comes with it, just like how it comes with that of wealth. Now, I'm trying to pick up these and looking for it. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab used to quote it so much. And I say to you people, and then you say you will bring it, and you'll get the kitab from Bombay and this and that, and nothing happens. In Majma'ul Bihar, like that anyway, in these copies or in the notes of Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab, it is written there, you will find it. Now, when a servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gains absolute closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he is not consoled by anyone other than Allah. So this tawazu, jukna, to bow down, to humble oneself. In fact, tawazu is, we say, the low-lying land, al-munkhafidatu min al-ard. And that is actually one of the salient features of nafs mutma'inna. Mauli Firoz, Hazrat Wala is addressing one of the attendees there in the Majlis, saying to him that he will reach, and everybody will reach, and you people also let me reach, meaning reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. There was a prominent person that did not even come to meet Shah Wasiullah Sahab, didn't even come and make salam. Nevertheless, time went on, and then the local elections took place, and then he comes to meet Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab on that occasion, and he gives dawat that we should come. And then Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab says that I am giving you dawat, first you accept my invitation and then I will come. But he never came. Now I am quoting this year. Now tell me, seekne ki baat hai ke nahi? Is there something in this year to learn or not? Eventually he is chosen, he is elected, many votes in the ballot there for him, he becomes a member. But a member here, did he become a member of Jannah on that side? Now we're reading from this kitab And there is so much to learn. And that's why I say, Parna chahiye. When we read, then we will get ilm, we will get marifat. These kitabs come, and I was sitting from last night, I've been reading this morning as well. Now here, they're saying the istilahi, and in the terminology, what is the meaning of tawazu? The istilahi meaning, not just the dictionary meaning, it is at-tanazzul anil martaba liman yuradu ta'zimuhu, that a person humbles himself for that person whose honor is desired in front of somebody else. He humbles himself. The ayat Hazrat Wala quotes there, وَخْفِضْ جَنَاحَكَ لِمَنِ اتَّبَعَكَ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, that lower your wing and humble yourself for those who follow you amongst the mu'mineen. Another ayat there, وَلَا تَمْشِ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا, do not walk with pride and arrogance on the earth. إِنَّكَ لَن تَخْرِقَ الْأَرْضِ, that you will not tear open this earth. وَلَن تَبْلُغَ الْجِبَالَ طُولًا, nor will you be able to reach the ends of the land or the mountains. Hazrat Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala narrates, مَا نَقَصَتْ صَدَقَةٌ مِّن مَالٍ وَمَا زَادَهُ اللَّهُ عَبْدًا بِعَفْوٍ إِلَّا عِزًّا وَمَا تَوَاضَعَ أَحَدٌ لِلَّهِ إِلَّا رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ. Rawahu Muslim. That no charity of wealth ever decreases. Ma naqasat, no sadaqah is ever given that it decreases any type of wealth, meaning sadaqah will always increase. And no person Allah Ta'ala does not increase a person who forgives the next one except by honoring him. Allah Ta'ala does not increase him, meaning Allah Ta'ala increases him tremendously by honoring him. Which person? The one who forgives. The one who forgives is always honored by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and no person ever humbles himself for Allah except that Allah Ta'ala elevates him. Now we only know the simple basic one, Man tawada'a lillah rafa'ahu Allah. Now learn this hadith, बहुत umda, learn it. لا يكون العالم عالما حتى ما لا يكون العالم عالما حتى يكون فيه ثلاث خصال. No alim can ever be a genuine alim until or unless he has three characteristics. He does not understand to be insignificant the one who is lower than him, meaning he comes across with compassion and shafqat, compassion, and he does not have hasad for the one who is above him. Rather, he humbles himself in front of that person so that he can get the special attention of that senior one. Wala, and he does not take an exchange or sell the deen for some price. Now, Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Sahib used to speak about that incident. We're speaking about Wala tamshi fil ardi maraha, and there was this prince who was, the way he was walking with such type of arrogance, and he says, "Oh my beloved son, do not walk in that manner." And this youngster arrogantly says that, what does he say? He says, you go through there inside. Gee, so let's continue. Let's carry on to your left. Gee. So this person said, do you not know who am I? Do you not know who am I? So he goes on to say that, yes, I know you very well. Your constitution and you are made up completely and totally of nothing other than filth. You were created from a dirty drop of sperm. Presently, you have feces stuck in your stomach, intestines, and your end is also that you're going to be lying as a corpse there in the grave. That is who you are. That's who we all are. But nevertheless, this type of advice had such a profound impact on the youngster that he actually changed. وَلَا تُصَعِّرْ خَدَّكَ لِلنَّاسِ. Hazrat Imam Shafi rahimahullah used to say that every alim supposed to have some type of wird, some type of a wazifa that is between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is the haqq and it is the right upon the alim أن يتواضع لله في سره وعلانيته, that in his private capacity and in public life as well, he is always humble in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he is always very, very intelligent, وَيَحْتَرِسُ مِن نَفْسِهِ, and careful, rather fears about his nafs. وَيَقِفُ عَلَى, and he gives dead breaks when it comes to that in which there is a doubt. So, if you go to a pond, the beautiful example that's quoted there, if you go to a pond or to a dam or to water and you look down onto that water, right flat onto the water, you will see nothing other than the moon, which is ranking so high there in the sky. And you will see the moon, rather you would see stars as well, stars. And what about that of smoke? Smoke is rising up into the air, but the reality of the smoke is nothing, absolutely nothing. So, a very, very great example from the Sirat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam about tawazu and humility is this example that we quote from Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. Kana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam yajlisu ala al-ard. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam would sit on the ground. He would eat on the ground. He would fasten his goat or his sheep himself, and he would accept the invitation of the attendant or the servant of that of barley or wheat. That person who lowered himself completely and totally, as much as he clung down to the earth, if you can understand what we are saying, complete and total humility, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then put him right up to the arsh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him right up to the arsh. So nafs mutma'inna. So Allah ta'ala did not address any type of the nafs other than the nafs mutma'inna, not the nafs ammara, neither the nafs lawwama. So make dua that this coming and this going and this sitting and this listening to this majlis is the means of us reaching Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jisne mitaya apna namo nishan, haft iqlim ka bana sultan. The one who erased his effects completely and totally, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him the king of the world. मैं अपना नामो निशा मिटा बेटा, शोहरा उड़ा दिया मेरा किसने. I erased all my effects and humbled myself completely. I just wonder who took me and made me so popular. So this humility that should be in the ulama is a great characteristic, and this humility is actually a sign of compassion and softness. When the ulama have this salient feature, then people will come close to them. Hazrat Thanvi at the age of 70, there was a usul, people would come, and then people would come and say that, listen, this is my name, this is who I am, and this is where I come from, and this is the objective that I've come here for. And prominent people and great people would come there, and they would slip up, they would err, because there was so much of awe that they would even forget at that time their name, etc. And this and that and the other. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib's brother even came and he got stuck there, and people said that, Hazrat, this is Maulana Wasiullah's brother. So it's only at 2 o'clock. The office opens at 2 o'clock.
Can I wait?
Yeah, sure, you can wait. So Hazrat Thanvi, rahimahullah ta'ala, at the age of 70, he broke this usul, and he said from now people would not have to do that. Now this also was the kamal of Hazrat Thanvi, rahimahullah ta'ala, and a great sign of the perfection in his high rank. Rather, we learn from the hadith that a person comes and he's awe-stricken when he comes the first time. He doesn't know where to sit, he doesn't know where to do, what to do and how to do. Rather, at that time we should ask him that, who are you, where have you come from, etc., etc., so the person can then become acquainted. So the ulama should have these type of qualities, otherwise the people will become mahroom, and no phase will leave the ulama and go to the masses. So pride and arrogance, the skibr in the common masses, that is something terrible. But worse than anything else is if this type of a quality is found amongst the ulama. So how can we ever encompass knowledge? Above every knowledgeable person, there's another knowledgeable person, and it continues like that until it reaches Allah. وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. It is Allah, and then greater than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala there is none. So the alim must keep his nazar and his gaze on the entire world to see how much of ilm and knowledge there is. And wherever he goes, he will find something new or learn something different from some person. So when a person's knowledge is correct and rectified, then his amal will also be like that. Now let us make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan wasi'a wa shafa'an min kulli da. That, oh Allah, we ask you for beneficial knowledge, vast sustenance, and cure from all type of bimari and sickness. This here is not only for this one or that one. In fact, I even read the text. It is for one and all, not just for a specific tabaqa. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa. Oh Allah, we seek refuge in you against knowledge that does not benefit, from a heart that does not fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with sahih ilm. When we have sahih ilm, even then our akhlaq will then be rectified. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.